Thank you, everyone. Welcome. Um, let's touch on longevity. Longevity is an erotic act. Love is the prize. Let's remember that. I've been speaking on longevity for many years here at the Unicorn Summit. It's been usually around the biochemical solutions of longevity. Um, Everything from lifestyle to hormones, peptides, stem cells, exosomes, and recently also gene therapy. But today I want to touch on a very new topic, the next layer of longevity solutions that are based in physics. The next frontier is the physics. And this has been a real passion of mine. I studied biophysics at the University of Paris back in my early 20s. Yes, that was beautiful. And now let's, how do I change the slides? This. Okay. Oh, franchement. Next. Okay, plasma. Who is into plasma here? Yeah, you're going to be by the end, everyone. Plasma is 99% of the visible matter is plasma. And the sun, I live in the Baja Desert, and I am in full sun every day, although I wear a hat and so on. But I really think and feel about the sun and its intensity. And since I've been studying the physics of plasma to come to the stage, I've been noting that really it's that superheated state of matter which produces some of the most potent biotherapeutic particles for our liquid plasma type bodies. Yeah. Also, we know plasma happens in the aurora. It becomes visible in the aurora borealis. The plasma from the sun, Earth's magnetic field guides them, and they collide with the gases in our upper atmosphere and causing them to glow. Really beautiful. This is the most beautiful visual of plasmas, and you're going to see we can produce that in a plasma bulb. And of course, lightning. Lightning is full, straight up plasma. It's a channel of ionized air made up of free electrons, ions, excited gas molecules, and physics becomes visible for a split second. This is plasma as well. As Tesla understood something extraordinary back in the early 1900s, and electricity is not merely power, yeah? It carries structure, it carries information, and it carries resonance. So this is something that he came up with early on. And some other scientists followed him afterwards. 3 decades later, for instance, Rife asked a different question, not how fields behave, but how biology responds to the electromagnetic fields. He studied this extensively. Some of his work is kind of controversial. He had a lot of limitations back in the day of what he could use to generate these fields. But he introduced a fascinating possibility. Could electromagnetic information become biologically relevant? And it is, and you will see more and more that this will be the next frontier of medicine. So this is a plasma tube. You could see it in Rife's laboratory as well. I can't go back. But this is the plasma tube, and inside the tube is a low-pressure noble gas mixture. Usually it's neon or argon or some other inert gases. And when high voltage from electrodes is applied, coronal discharge happens. The electrons split from the atom, and the gas ionizes and transitions into something called plasma. This becomes an electromagnetic antenna and converts electrical signals into radiated electromagnetic fields that can be transmitted through space and affect biology near. When you're near these bulbs, your biology begins to respond. And this is what they look like when it's on. This is from the factory. What happens here? So you apply high voltage, often generated through Tesla coil principles, and that creates a strong oscillating electromagnetic field the gas ionizes, the plasma forms, the light appears, and plasma physics becomes visible. It can remain so for hours. Now, there's a lot of plasma bulb-based technologies out there right now. They're all, some of them are made in the garage. Some of them are, this is the latest RifeTech unit. That's the one I used for a long time. And basically, this is the market right now. They all appeared somewhat identical. The tube glows, the plasma lights up, but they're all very different in potency and effectivity. That's why this field hasn't really been standardized yet, and we're going to be changing that. That's why we built what I'm going to tell you about. But the glow is not the technology. It's not the light glow that we want to focus on. It's the signal that the glow carries. That's really important. And essentially, I'm a high design freak. I love beautiful things. And I looked at these things and I was like, thank you. We're standing on the shoulders of giants, but I can't have this in my living room. So we redesigned this and improved powerfully with my engineering team. This is the model that we have developed. It is beautiful. It's modern minimalist. I told my engineering team, there's a poem I wrote years ago. I stand here as empty as possible, as firm as love prescribes. So I want you to design something with me that's as empty as possible, as firm as physics prescribes. And they are complying. They love the idea, of course. So this is Plasma Inc. This is the company that we've developed in this last year. And my engineering partner, Martin Lindner, and we have divided up the work. And Martin Lindner has been the developer of the best plasma units in the European Union, essentially in the world, for the past 15 years. And we actually met here at the Unicorn Summit last year. He came out to meet me because he knew that we should partner in creating these beautiful pieces. And the development team is high-level engineering. The best place on the planet for plasma physics is in Prague. Next month is the Plasma Physics Conference in Prague. It happens every year. The Central Europeans, the Russian teams are really actually the best.
The plasma is too strong. Now I have sound. How's yours?
Hello? Great.
That was a system failure.
The plasma is too strong, and it really is. Ours is 3 times more powerful in output than the leading model. And it has improved the broadband by 50%. It's really the strongest on the planet. So it's high power, high design, high power by courtesy of Martin and Lindner, and high design courtesy I was extremely precise what I wanted. 3x greater plasma field output, high voltage operation, and a future forward design. I really wanted to put something in a gallery, and that's where it belongs. Health tech should be really beautiful. I'm tired of really bad design. So please push people to design beautifully or get them in touch with me. Ionized matter, let's talk about that. So, 5 minutes. Okay, great. So this is all about ionized matter, field dynamics. Essentially, biological tissues can be understood as highly conductive, ion-rich liquid systems that participate in plasma-liquid interactions. Remember, 99.9% of the visible matter is plasma. And so that plasma is constantly in contact with your physiology, which is liquid-based. It's interacting with water, electrolytes, proteins, membranes, extracellular matrix, blood, interstitial fluid. There's a constant relationship happening as you move through space. And so this is what's most important. Frequency is meaningless if it cannot be generated accurately, and a lot of the other models on the market are not great in accuracy, and it's because of the generator. And so my engineering team developed this FPGA controlled EDS technology that has extraordinarily precise signal and stability. And this is what's really key. This is where the science can become reproducible, therapeutics can become reproducible. This is when we can actually begin to do proper research, when this signal is stable. And we've started doing the research, and it's the results are extremely positive. And please come to our educational series. We're going to be sharing this material from now on a monthly basis. So do go to our website that I will show at the end. So what happens? Well, there's ion channel modulation, bioelectric network effects, piezoelectric tissue coupling. There's all kinds of ways that this plasma interacts and affects physiology. Plasma medicine increasingly models tissue as a complex electrolyte interface, and it's coupled to ionized gas plasmas. And that's what we're going to be studying, researching. People have been using these for decades and decades. They really work. But now we need the research standardized, and that's what we're doing. Field medicine. So we're going to bioelectric biology, and this is going to be the best unit out there to do that with. Electromagnetic therapeutics and the next layer of medicine. And I will argue that longevity will be solved not just with biology, also with physics. We need to couple that. And it's used for everything, all the way from repair to cancer. We have research in the cancer field that's coming up. Okay, and that's the plasma technology, and you can reach us here, Plasma Inc. And thank you, and please stay close because this is the next frontier.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. And so at the Unicorn Summit, we're also looking into the next frontier. We talk a lot about AI. Stay with me a little bit, please. Oh. We talk a lot about AI and longevity, and they are indeed critical. AI and longevity are happening right now as we speak, but there's so many new emerging technologies that will impact the world and make the world different. And, you know, it's amazing to see Denisa also always guiding and looking to the future of humanity, as she has been doing, and she was a great pioneer also in the longevity space, in many fronts on the longevity space. So, you know, I've witnessed that in the last couple of decades. And, you know, from the start, as I said on my beginning, from the start, you see the energy. And one of the things I think it's so critical on, people ask me, what is the main predictor of success? How do you predict if someone will be successful?
Love.
Love. That's my answer if I had to answer
come on, what else is there?
Because when somebody is genuinely, you know, in love and a good person in heart, things happen. And persistent, not just love. Obviously, there's other characteristics, but I think love is the essence. A good person in heart is very likely to be successful. So as a venture investor and also evaluating startups, I realized that when you see a good soul, that person will be successful one day. Right? It's just a matter of time. Sometimes it's luck, randomness, coming to the Unicorn Summit, which makes a big difference, right? But taking everything in consideration, love, and going back to what I said on the beginning, when I met Denisa, you could see not just the brilliancy and how smart she was, but how honest and how much love she, emanated. And from the start, she was supporting us. She supported the Unicorn Summit and other initiatives from the start. And I'm so grateful for everything you've done for us. And hopefully we will somehow help also in your amazing ventures.
Thank you.
So much,
You've been
my dear.
amazing support. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. That was fantastic. Thank you.